Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for following our channel. Today is the 25th of March, a day to the 26th, the D-Day, when all the political parties, when all the aspirants are supposed to be members of a political party that they intend to use in the August 8th general election. So any leader who wants to vie for any post in any party have until today, until the end of tomorrow, to join that party, because that's what the constitution says, 4 months general election. So very critical moment as the dates move in, because when it gets to April, it will be all about the nominations. Then independent candidates will be given the window. Then campaign heats up. Jubilee Party is being the busiest of all after adjusting, or rather after adjusting the window that they gave for parties who wanted to join, for aspirants who wanted to join the party, And during that, we have seen latest defections. Omingo Magara, who was in UDA, and was actually treasurer there, decamped, had a short stint at, I think, Matiang'i's party. Then after that, he decamped to Jubilee, seeking Kisii governor seat. We've also seen latest defections from central Kenya. Madeira have actually, the Madeira parliamentary seat, have also seen an interest from a nanny with a grandmother with gray hair. Very interesting person. And I listened to her speak there. By the way, she's very interesting. Really going to give Rigathi Gachagua a run for his money. We've also seen other defections that have been going on. And to my interest is the way Dennis Itumbi, and I've been following Dennis Itumbi, who works for William Ruto, Emmanuel Talam, who is the head of communications at Deputy President's office, Rambeus, have been reacting to the latest defection. And actually, they are saying that President Uhuru Kenyatta is buying aspirants from central Kenya to join that party because they actually lacked the aspirants. Priscilla Nyokabi joined amidst reports that she was also heading to UDA, and a host of other leaders who from central Kenya who are also members of UDA that have joined that party. And I was talking to some guys who are telling me that majority of those who defected, actually that Jubilee benefited a lot, are the MCS. But can you just think about it this way? There was an attempt by the UDA to coerce the central Kenya members to resign from Jubilee Party and go to UDA, a mass exodus, on 9th February. Then it flopped. Now, this is here by the Constitution. The only people that we have seen coming out publicly to say they have resigned from Jubilee is Alice Wahome, I think Rigathi Gachagua. Ndindi Nyoro have not made his resignation public, but he has also resigned, and the Rift Valley cohort. So what happened to the optics? Because initially, this was an exercise that was to be done to give the UDA the benefit of optics, where there is the perception that people are decamping from Jubilee to UDA. So this has been the trend that I've been seeing recently. ODM party also benefited a bit with the latest defections from ANC, joined ODM, and Raila Odinga is in Western for the tour, when we believe that this is just part of cementing the ODM basket there. Actually, I looked at the photos. He was putting on not more of Azimio, is actually the cap was on ODM cap. So he's there to do ODM campaigns. So question that we are all wondering is this: what is happening or what is so good in Jubilee that are making leaders to troop back there? That is the question. Yesterday I said the catch in Azimio. Now today, what is bringing that mass exodus? Ladies and gentlemen, before we divulge on these points, kindly subscribe to our channel and also click the notification bell, the bell just above the subscription button. And I also request you to like our videos. Very interesting analysis in this channel. So what is happening? Remember some time back, the president met with Jubilee leadership and told them that he is not so mean and he will support some of them in their campaigns. Some of the aspirants were in UDA because they believed that deputy president was going to bankroll them. And I am not afraid of saying that that was a precedence that was there. There was all that information that Aisha Jumwa, Cleophas Malala, and a host of other leaders were binding in UDA because of benefits they previously accrued from deputy president. So these leaders were there for that. But having realized that maybe that might not be there because of maybe financial issues, the catch by the president to support some of these candidates are now taking them back to Jubilee Party. Secondly, Moses Kuria's entry in UDA brought some sort of acrimony. Now, this acrimony is not on the party level, but the acrimony is between UDA and a section of supporters of Central Kenya. We believed that all these attacks on Raila Odinga, that also was followed by Mama Ngina came out to campaign, then the attacks on Mama Ngina by UDA supporter, by that driver, that's Cosmo Choi guy is in US, stays in US. This brought sort of an acrimony between the UDA and voters, especially senior citizens in Central Kenya. And that is why someone was saying online that UDA, anyone who is not in ODA, not in Jubilee, is deemed to lose his seat. Now, this is something that is very critical because in Central Kenya, if you are in Jubilee Party, let's not generalize, someone in Murang'a, if you're not in Jubilee, if you're not in UDA, you seem to be going against the grain. And so you are so important. That is why when Ruto was in Murang'a for the rally, it is Sabina Chege that was trending all through because the substance was more on Sabina Chege, not even the fact that they were there to endorse Ndini Nyoro as the DP Ruto's running mate. So I want to believe that that acrimony is making some aspirants shy away because it translates to a bit of politics. That team is seen as a team that is losing. And this is making it a bit difficult for fellas to be there. Now, Jubilee, I think, also have less competition within the Jubilee Party. For example, these fellas that are going there, most of them, and majority of them, are going there and getting direct tickets. And I have mentioned in this country, in this channel, that if there is something that politicians really fear is this issue of nominations. No one wants to go for that nomination because you don't know the outcome. Now, two aspects. One, Raila's winning chances. There is a narrative that is selling in this country, and this narrative is sinking that Raila Odinga is the fifth. So you either choose what Kenyans are being told is you either choose to be in UDA and form the opposition or be in government. The advantage of this, the reason why they're opting for the Azimio side, especially the Jubilee side, is because when you hear that Raila Odinga is going to form the government, what Uhuru is telling these fellas is here, we have the government. Whether you are going to be an MP on the other side or not, the government is going to be formed by Azimio. So, because some members or some aspirants are not yet sure, and no one is sure of maybe clinching their seat. They either choose to, even if it's going against the tide, to go to Jubilee and sit there, be a member of that party. When something happens, you can by any chance be in government. So that perception that if you're in Jubilee, you will be somehow absorbed in government if you fail, that this is for both sides. Even UDA is saying, but then the narrative that we have the government, they have the opposition, is making some aspirants paranoid, nervous, and that's why they have to make that decision. Go that. I'm not saying that going there is just because you're nervous, but of course, change of tactic. I don't know, but someone should challenge me. How popular is UDA? I single out UDA because, according to the opinion polls, they try to portray the party as the most popular party. But in the words of Martha Karua, the more a party is popular, the more a party is big, the more it has troubles. And the troubles are injected in the party by the likes of Moses Kurias and their small parties, and they're just loose mouth. That is some of the trouble. Now, I want to believe one thing, that even if I want to seek an elective seat in a constituency X, and I am in a party that is popular, even if I have the likelihood of not winning the ticket, but I rather stick there than moving to another party that I feel is not popular. So what am I saying here? That this false statement that UDA is calling shots in central Kenya, people are finding it that it is a false. In fact, very many people, when you talk to them, they will tell you that Jubilee Party stands to win many elective seats in Central. So this is something that is happening. I think the popularity of that party is going down day by day. And I can tell you why. The popularity is going down because what was making UDA stand strong and what was making William Ruto be the most formidable presidential candidate was the Hustler Nation. Actually, when you say Hustler Nation, it was a movement that was going above the class, above the tribe, above the age, above the literacy levels. It was something that was very special, and it was a cutting edge in the Kenyan political space. But with time, it has lost its meaning. If you see, nowadays, they spend 70% of their airtime in the campaign rallies, responding to either Uhuru, responding to something that Raila did, or trying to say how they are going to be rigged, or why they need to get power. But the spirit of Hustler Nation has gone down. So, with that spirit going down, I think at some specific areas, the popularity is dwindling. And that is why the other opt that let me go to Jubilee. And there is a high competition there. The sibling rivalry is there between, like in Central Kenya, it will be Chama cha Kazi and UDA. So when you get a Jubilee ticket, you have a chance of kupita katikati. And I won't say that is how politics are supposed to be done. Now, that is my statement on this. Now, in my next video, we are going to look at something very critical, because the president and Kalonzo Musyoka are getting more cozy.